And number 24, Lauren Ellison.
Good evening, everybody. We would like to welcome you to the campus of Shaw High School, where we have got a couple of fantastic middle school girls semifinal games for you here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. The first game that we have for you is the Double Churches Wildcats taking on the Midland Jaguars, as they always do it big here. As the PA announcer for Carver, Art Thomason, is in the building, and he had just a great introduction of the starting lineups. For Double Churches, we have Lakenya Crouch, Zanaya Scott, Kimura Ingram, Brooks Chester, and Lauren Ellison. For Midland, Micaiah Robinson, Raven Tarver, Janae Evans, Marlana White, and Samaya Fields. As we get ready for this one, and don't forget that the boys semifinal will be tomorrow, and we did get confirmation that they moved the venue for Saturday. It's going to be at Spencer High School. As Double Churches wins the tip, and right off the back, Brooke Chester makes it 2-0 Double Churches. The next matchup after this is Aaron Cone taking on Fort. That's a nice basket by Marlana White, ties the score up at 2-2. Richard Holdridge, Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We're glad that you are here on the campus of Shaw High School. The pass over to Robinson. Nice pass inside, but then over, trying to get it, is Lauren Ellison, and coming up with it is Marlana White. Good steal. Another steal, Lauren Ellison. Winner of this game will take on the winner of Aaron Cone and the two-time middle school champion Fort Patriots, who had just an incredible one-point win last season to Rothschild. So I'm looking forward to that matchup too. There's going to be a steal by Double Churches. That's going to be Brooks Chester. Nice pass and a little two out of the reach of Kimura Ingram. It's going to go back to Midland. So if you're not familiar with Midland, it is a part of Columbus. It's in Muskogee County. It's really its own district. It's really growing. I mean, you have Aaron Cone, Midland. They all are part of the Midland area. A lot of them that go to Midland and Aaron Cone end up going to Shaw. We got Coach Curtis Crowell of the Lady Raiders in the building. He's working the scoreboard, and I know that he's got to be recruiting a little bit. We got some future Shaw Lady Raiders that are going to be playing tonight. And then the Harris County head basketball coach, Stephanie Ramsey Dunn, is also working the scoreboard for Double Churches. So a big shout out to those coaches. We appreciate everything that they do. Nice pass inside. Zanaya Scott, no basket. They're waving it off. 3-second lane violation. It's going to go back to the Lady Jaguars. Right before the game, I was talking to some of the officials. The one head official, I want to give him a shout out. He was working the Spencer game Monday night. So he has definitely been busy here. Nice shot, up and in by Brooks Chester. She's already got 4 points. And this is really a good way to showcase talent here in the Tri-City area that will go on to play high school ball at many high schools here in Columbus. Several in particular. Last year, Grace Smith played for Rothschild. She's now an 8th grader at Pacelli. Aaron Cone had players like Tiara Tucker, who's playing for Shaw, and Jabria Lindsay playing for Central, who put up 41 points in the area championship the other night. We get another whistle here. 4:22 left to go here in the first quarter. It's Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Please like and subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube channel. This is a doubleheader tonight. Nice pass, and Nia Scott for the basket. And it is quickly 6-2, Double Churches on top over Midland. This semifinal game. 3-point shot by Lauren Ellison off the front of the glass. No good. That's going to be rebounded by Midland. Coming up with it is Kamaya Christopher. Putting that shot off is Lakenya Crouch. Crouch is going to go to the line for 2. The Lady Jaguars of Midland wearing the road uniforms with the navy blue and the teal lettering. The Wildcats from Double Churches wearing their all-white uniforms with the green trim. That first shot by Crouch is good. Double Churches, a school located on the other side of I-185 in North Columbus. Crouch makes 1 of 2. Great to see North Columbus represented tonight. Got quite a crowd here at Shaw. Shaw has done a great job just hosting this. Don't forget, tomorrow we do have the boys semifinals. That's going to be at Columbus High, as Thrift Barringer and I will be on the call. That was a lane violation on Double Churches. And Makia Robinson gets 2. Shot up, no good. That's going to be rebounded by Fields. He's going to get a jump ball. That's going to go back to the possession arrow of Midland. Down 6-4 to Double Churches. Oh, what a steal. Steal by Brooks Chester, no good. That's going to be a pull down by Lauren Ellison. Ellison swings around inside to Brooks Chester. And that is actually Kamara Ingram with the shot and the N1. She's going to go to the line for the 3-point play. Eight to 4, Double Churches leading here in this game. Ingram to the line. And that is no good. We're going to get a traveling violation on Midland, and it's going to go back to the Wildcats. We have just had an incredible week covering all sorts of events on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. On Sunday, we started with Baseball Media Day. We called the Spencer Southwest game. There's a 3-pointer, no good by Lauren Ellison. That's going to be rebounded by Scott. It's going to almost a backcourt violation. Do they call the backcourt violation? Yes, they do. Lauren Ellison was trying to save it, but it's going to go back to Midland. Down 8-4 here with 3:24 left to go. We are live at Shaw High School, Georgia Alabama Sports Live. This is the middle school semifinal game. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Fort and Aaron Cone, which is coming up right after this. Oh, what a steal by Brooks Chester. All the way to the rack, no good. That's going to be yanked down by Midland. With it is number 14, Taylor Carter. And another turnover, and it's going to go back to Double Churches. We'd like to thank our sponsors, State Farm, Carroll Purdue, Pacelli, Terry Johnson Agency, Masterwall, Behringer Construction, P&B Broadcasting, Sports Visions, Double Coverage, the Houston Clinic, and Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Oh, nice Euro step, just not enough on it for Samaya Fields. And trying to rip that out of the hands of Amiza. It's going to be a jump ball in the possession arrow to Double Churches. It'll give an opportunity for Midland to get some players in. Marlana White coming back into the game. Micaiah Robinson is checking in for Taylor Carter. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one, too. 2:58 left to go here in the first. Double Churches leading Midland in this middle school semifinal game on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back to Shaw High School. Double Church's ball up 8-4. Shot no good. That was by Ellison. And here comes Midland on the fast break. That's going to be Robinson. Loses it, goes out of bounds. Back to Double Churches. Don't forget, coming up at 7:30, we've got Aaron Cone. We've got Fort. Fort is the two-time middle school champion, trying to go for a three-peat. Here comes Midland, Samaya Fields, putting up a shot off the glass, no good. That's going to be trying to get the rebound is Micaiah Robinson. Keisiah Willis, actually, on that. And another steal by Double Churches. Nice pass inside of Kamara Ingram, no good. And we're going to get another jump ball. This possession arrow is going to go to Midland with 2:16 left to go here in the first. Marlana White will inbounds it underneath the basket. Don't forget, we are going to be at Columbus High tomorrow for the boys middle school semifinal games. You don't want to miss it. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We get another foul. And that's going to be a turnover. That's going to go back to Double Churches. They have the early 8-4 lead here in the first quarter. Here comes the full court press by Midland. It's Samaya Fields. What are they calling? Is that going to be a 3-second? It's going to be a 3-second lane violation, or let's see what the call is from the refs. So tomorrow, 6 p.m., Baker taking on Aaron Cone, Richards and Fort. Oh, that could set up for a great matchup. Last year's middle school championship was probably one of the greatest basketball games I ever saw, as Thrip Behringer did an outstanding job calling the Aaron Cone a championship win last year against Richards. Could that be the championship again? There's a nice mid-range jumper by Lauren Ellison. And I do want to say, being a middle school semifinal, this is also an opportunity for, as there's a foul by Double Churches, and Janae Evans is going to go to the line for two. As the Carver head basketball coach of the girls, Anson Hunley, is in the building. And I expect a lot of high school coaches just looking at future players that are going to be playing at high school. And this is really a good recruitment tool just to see the future of some of these players that will play at high school in a couple of years. As Janae Evans shot no good. So a big shout out to all the coaches that are here in attendance watching on. Evans off the glass, and that's not going to count. That's a lane violation. So 10-4, Double Churches on top over Midland. The Jaguars of Midland. Oh, and it's stolen. Micaiah Robinson. Here's a fast break. It's a 3-on-1. Evans. And that shot is good. Marlana White makes the basket. And White is going to go to the line for the and one. Trying to close out this first quarter. And she makes it. So she's got 5 points. It's 10-7. Double Churches on top. There's a foul. So Double Churches is led by Coach Green. Midland is led by Coach Ford. Here comes Double Churches all the way to the rack. Kimora Ingram answers right back with a big bucket. 12-7 is your score with 1:15 left to go. Look at double coverage, or look at Double Churches. A big shout out to double coverage, by the way. Jerome Bryant. 1:10 left to go here in the first. As it's 12-7. Midland with the ball. There's going to be a foul on the floor. Who's that going to be on? That's going to be on Double Churches. It's only their 4th team foul. But I tell you, watching the middle school games that I have over the past couple months, there's been a lot of talent. Oh, that is blocked. That's a late foul. That's going to be a foul committed on Double Churches once again. That's going to put Janae Evans at the line. As the winner will advance to the championship. Tip-off at 1 o'clock at the campus of Spencer High School on Saturday against the winner of Fort and Aaron Cone. Can the Lady Patriots of Fort make it 3 in a row? Can Aaron Cone, who get this clean sweep along with the Aaron Cone boys team? They're the defending middle school champions. Both shots no good, but Evans, she did get the rebound, but Double Churches ends up coming up with it with a minute to go. Oh, nice pass to the glass. There you go. Zaniyah Scott. It makes it 14-7. The Wildcats of Double Churches up by 7. Oh, and another steal. Here's a 2-on-1. Break. Ingram all the way to the rack. No good. That's going to be rebounded by Robinson. 43 seconds. Another turnover. And that's going to be a foul on Evans. As Brooks Chester and starting to see the fans piling into Shaw High School. We've had many incredible games here in this wonderful campus, also known as Shaw U. Coach Crowell is in the building. He is working the scoreboard. Shaw has just been a gracious host. His athletic director, Blair Harrison, very hospitable, getting us to where we needed to go. 29 seconds left to go. That's going to be stolen by Midland. Here comes Samaya Field, and it's stolen by Double Churches. There you go, Zaniyah Scott, 20 seconds. Shot clock turned off. Long pass, Brooks Chester, three-pointer no good. And that is stolen again, partially blocked by Robinson. Double Churches gets it back. Just a couple of exchanges of possessions with 3.1 seconds left to go. We're going to get a jump ball. Possession error is going to stay right here with Double Churches. They'll have enough time to get a shot off. And then you can feel the electricity in the building. Shaw head football coach Johnny Garner in the building too. Yeah, we got, well, obviously, Shaw is hosting this, and you're gonna see the main people for Shaw that out here just representing and really just want to see a good middle school basketball game. Always turns out. Oh, it's stolen by Markia Robinson. 1 second. Robinson, does she have enough time? Puts it up. No good. That's how the first quarter ends. Double Churches leading Midland 14-7 after 1. We would like to thank our sponsors here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. State Farm, Carroll Purdue, St. Ann Pacelli, Terry Johnson Agency, Master Wall Incorporated, Behringer Construction, PNB Broadcasting, Sports Visions, Double Coverage, the Houston Clinic, and Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Back with the second quarter here at the middle school semifinal game, game 1, here on the campus of Shaw High School on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back to Shaw High School. Start of the second quarter. Double Church is leading Midland 14-7. As I was scrolling through my social media, big shout out to Coach Dusty Perdue for the Glenwood Gators. The Lady Gators punched their ticket to the state championship by beating Springwood. Congratulations to the Lady Gators and Coach Dusty Perdue. And the Gators will be taking on Bessemer Academy tomorrow in the Final Four. So they will await, the Lady Gators will await the winner of Clark Prep and Lee Scott Academy, which is the other Final Four game that's going on at the multiplex down in Montgomery, Alabama. That's going to be another turnover on Midland, and Double Church is out to a 14-7 lead as the leading scorer. It's just balanced scoring from Zanaya Scott, Kimora Ingram, and Brooks Chester, all with 4 points. Nice bounce pass. Kimora Ingram to the rack and good. And it is 16-7. It's Double Churches, the Wildcats, taking on the Midland Jaguars. That shot no good by Robinson, and we're going to get a foul going the other way. Back to Double Churches. I tell you what, there is nothing like the experience of a middle school basketball game and the fans turn out. A couple of weeks ago, Aaron Cohn was taking on Richards. And I tell you, that was just an incredible atmosphere. What a shot by Kimora Ingram. She's got 8 points for the Wildcats. It's 18-7. Kimora Ingram's had herself a game. And there's a shot up. Micaiah Robinson. Looks like Robinson is going to go to the line. And if you're thinking about like which high school is near close proximity to Double Churches, well, obviously North Side. So the North Side Lady Patriots could be scouting this game. And then for Midland, you got Shaw, because Midland is just right there in Midland, Georgia. Not too far away from Aaron Cohn either. So a lot of these players, you know, you go, when you play in basketball at the elementary school level, and then you're playing in leagues, and you're also playing at the middle school, you know, they get to know each other, and then they end up seeing each other in high school as well. Robinson misses both. That's going to be rebounded by Brooks Chester. Oh, what a pass to Garcia Willis. Coming back up with it. Almost lost it. Lauren Ellison swings it over to Willis. Willis puts up a floater and hits it. It's 20-7. Double Churches with the lead. We really appreciate you watching us here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Please like the Facebook page and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's shot is off the glass, no good by Janae Evans. And here comes Double Churches on a fast break, going coast to coast. Brooks Chester, pass out of bounds. It's going to stay right here with the Wildcats. Last year's championship at Columbus State University, it was Fort versus Rothschild. It was a 1-point win by the Fort Patriots. They won their back-to-back championship. There's a long jumper by Lauren Ellison. That's her 4th point of the game, and she's hit that pretty well. I mean, she's got a good mid-range jumper. It's 23-7. It's been all Double Churches here, and that, I'm surprised they didn't call a backcourt violation. Midland gets it right back. Oh, that is swatted away by Kimora Ingram, and we're going to get a whistle. Possession exchanged hands a couple of times. Don't forget, after this game, we got Fort. We got Aaron Cohn. We got ourselves a battle. It's a semifinal middle school game. Timeout on the floor. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We want to thank our sponsors, State Farm, Carroll Purdue, St. Anne Pacelli, Terry Johnson Agency, Master Wall Incorporated, Behringer Construction, P&B Broadcasting, Sports Visions, Double Coverage, the Houston Clinic, and Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. 4:01 left to go until halftime. We'll be back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. 4:01 left to go here until halftime as we got Double Churches and Midland in the semifinal game of the middle school championships. The winner will take on Fort or Aaron Cone. That game is coming up next, right here on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Midland with the ball, down 23-7. With it is Aiden Carter, and another steal by Double Churches. Brooks Chester all the way to the rack and scores. She's got 6 points, second on the team in scoring, and Double Churches with a 25-7 lead over Midland. And now Double Churches can just play their zone defense. They don't have to work for a whole lot. I mean, they've just been stealing. Like, they have put up a lot of shots off of turnovers. Lauren Ellison, once again, I tell you, the Carver head coach, Anson Hunley's got to be impressed. I mean, when it comes to full court press defense, his Carver Lady Tigers do it best. And all the way to the rack and in is Gasiah Willis. It's 29-7. That's going to force Midland to call a timeout. We'll take 1, 2, 3:05 left to go until halftime. Double Churches leading Midland 29-7 here in the semifinals of the middle school championships on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back to Shaw High School. 3:03 left to go here in the second quarter. Double Churches leads Midland 29-7. That swarming defense, forcing the turnovers. The Wildcats has just been doing a great job, and Gasiah Willis gets the steal, and then she quickly gets fouled. The winner will take on the winner of Fort, and Aaron Cone is coming up next. Another steal by the Wildcats. Gasiah Willis trying to go coast to coast. Back out to Ellison. Nice shot over to Willis. It's going to be a 3-second lane violation on Double Churches. It's going to go back to Midland. And Midland's got to find a way to get some offense, create some offense, and kind of exploit Double Churches trying to force the turnovers. Just get an open look inside, and that was a good job by Micaiah Robinson, just jumping the lane and trying to get the basket, but that's going to be a jump ball, which is going to go back to Double Churches. We want to thank Shaw High School really for hosting this semifinal game. Athletic Director Blair Harrison, he's really been hospitable. And Coach Crowell, he's working the scoreboard. Shot up, no good. That's going to be rebounded by Double Churches. And Lauren Ellison, another mid-range jumper. You know, she's not afraid to hit that jumper. And Ellison gets another steal. Here comes Lauren Ellison, but her foot was on the line. It's going to go back to Midland. You got Art Thomason, that's the PA announcer, the Carver PA announcer in the building. He announced the starters. And then the Harris County head basketball coach of the women's team, Coach Stephanie Ramsey Dunn, is working the scoreboard for Double Churches. I was able to talk to her and Coach Crowell right before the game. We're just excited to be a part of live streaming these events, especially the middle school semifinals and championships here on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. There's a three-point shot by Micaiah Robinson, no good. Rebounded by Marlena White, but we're going to get a foul. Good opportunity for Midland to try to cut into this lead. It has been all double churches. They just went on a tear in that second quarter. And to the line is going to be Marlana White, who's got 5 points from Midland, as she misses the first. So don't forget, tomorrow we've got the boys semifinals on the campus of Columbus High. We also have CVCC hoops. Friday we'll have, we don't know exactly where we're going to be. Well, we're definitely going to be Glenwood, as they are going to be in the championship at the multiplex in Macon County in Montgomery, as that's going back to double churches. And then we should have some other games to be determined. That pass, Josiah Willis, floater off the baseline, and Willis has got 6 points off the bench. And it is 31-7. And that move by Micaiah Robinson, a little too many steps and another turnover, back to double churches. Comes that full court press. Midland is trying to force a turnover. They're able to, but they are down 31-7. Might need to make some adjustments to try to get back into this game. Leading scorers for double churches, Kimora Ingram's got 8. Brooks Chester, Lauren Ellison, and Josiah Willis all with 6. Talk about balanced scoring for the Wildcats. Robinson, near side, Janae Evans, stolen by Josiah Willis. Willis, pass over to Scott. Back out, off the glass, no good, and that was Crouch trying to get that, and Micaiah Robinson ends up with a steal, and Raven Tarver all alone for the basket. Right place, right time. It's 31-9, less than a minute to go until halftime. Brooks Chester just driving that baseline, and almost another turnover. It is a turnover. Oh, and Double Churches gets it right back. Here's Brooks Chester. Nice pass inside, putting up a shot. It's going to be rebounded by Marlana White. 42 seconds left to go. Can Midland get on a run? They're down 31-9. They're trying to get double digits before halftime. Try to build off some momentum to try to get back into this game. Robinson's going to inbounds it. 3-point shot off the glass. No good by Janae Evans, and Double Churches comes up with a rebound. 34 seconds. Brooks Chester, pass to Willis. Willis puts up a floater. No good. Gets her own rebound. Passes it to her teammate Ingram. But it goes out of bounds. Back to Midland with 23.9 seconds left to go. Here in the semifinals, game 1 of the middle school championships. That's going to go back to Double Churches. A shot by Ingram. Offensive rebound and stolen. 16 seconds, and that is going to be a quick foul on Double Churches. That's the 15th foul. That's going to put Midland one more, and they're going to be in the bonus, but with 16.5 seconds left to go, it's not going to matter. Here comes the Jaguars. White almost lost it, and Double Churches comes up with it with 6 seconds. Gets off the pass to Willis, 2 seconds. Willis puts it up right at the buzzer. And that is how the first half ends, as Double Churches leads Midland 33-9. We want to thank our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. State Farm, Carroll Purdue, St. Anne Pacelli, Terry Johnson Agency, Masterwall Incorporated, Behringer Construction, P&B Broadcasting, Sports Visions, Double Coverage, the Houston Clinic, and Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. We'll be back with the start of the second half. It's the middle school semifinals, game 1, here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Shaw High School. This is the semifinals of the middle school championships between Double Churches and Midland. At halftime, Double Churches leads Midland 33-9. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Fort and Aaron Cone. Fort is the two-time middle school champions trying to go for a three-peat. This is Richard Holdridge, Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Just a reminder that we will have the Georgia Alabama Sports Live show. It was pre-recorded earlier today, but that is going to air on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Facebook page at 7. Just so there's no confusion, that was pre-recorded. Special guest DJ Jones talking about the Super Bowl. We drop our rankings. Definitely want to go over there and check that out after this game, after the duration of the broadcast here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. There's a three-point shot by Micaiah Robinson. That's how the second half starts. In Midland, 3-0 to start the second half. It's 33-12. And Double Churches answers with a three of their own. Brooks Chester. She's got 9 points. It's 36-12. And Midland ends up losing it out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Wildcats. Midland has got to figure a way around this full court press defense by Double Churches. And there's a block steal by Marlana White. We're going to have a jump ball. I was able to talk to the Carver head girls basketball coach at halftime, Coach Anson Hunley. I mean, he's here in support of his PA announcer, Art Thomason from Carver. Does a great job, but he's also here just looking at possible future players that playing in high school ball in a couple of years. Oh, what a block. That was a great block by Brooks Chester. Chester is the leading scorer for Double Churches, followed by Kimora Ingram that's got 8 points. Chester's with 9. And then Josiah Willis has got 8 points as well. Balanced scoring from the Wildcats, and that's going to be a steal by Lauren Ellison. It's a 2-on-1, Euro step, gets it ripped away and stolen by Samaya Fields. She almost lost it, and she does lose it. Kamara Ingram, back out, Josiah Willis for three, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Ingram, puts up off the glass, no good. That's going to be rebounded by White. White, pass, Tarver, she gets fouled. Just a reminder that you are watching us on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Richard Holdridge, Chris Gates here on the broadcast. Raven Tarver to the line for Midland. Getting ready to shoot two. Tarver makes the first. You know, I've been very impressed with the community of Midland. It has grown over the years. We have Aaron Cone that's over on the other side of Highway 85. And Midland Middle School is right there where Solomon Road is, and that's Robinson with the offensive rebound as Tarver made 1 of 2. It's going to stay right here with the Jaguars as Micaiah Robinson. And checking into the game is Ayana Conyers for the Lady Jaguars. We are glad that you're joining us on this Wednesday night here at Shaw High School. Three-pointer by Micaiah Robinson. She had a 3 to start the second half. That was a good way for Midland to come out and respond. But then Double Churches answered with a 3 of their own by Brooks Chester. And right now with 4:22 left to go here in the third, it's 36-13, Double Churches on top over Midland. Micaiah Robinson, and almost got stolen. Trying to handle it is Samaya Fields. It goes out of bounds, and it's going to go back to the Wildcats. Looking at the proximity of both middle schools, I'm predicting a lot of these players in about 2 or 3 years are going to be playing on the same court with Shaw and Northside, I'm thinking. But, you know, the close proximity of those schools, that's where they would be located. There's a floater by Josiah Willis. She's in double figures. She's got 10. And it's 38-13. Double Churches on top. And it's stolen by Double Churches. Zanaya Scott all the way to the rack and scores. It is 40-13. Double Churches is just going to be patient. They're going to be working their zone. And then shooting the shot, Marlena White gets fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2. Coming up next, we got the 2-time champion Fort Patriots and the Lady Bulldogs of Aaron Cone. You don't want to miss it. Georgia Alabama Sports Live Middle School semifinals. Marlana White misses the first. Got a whole bunch of subs coming in for Double Churches, including Eden Carter, number 15. Marlana White gets ready to shoot the second, and she makes the second. So she's got 6 points. It's 40-13. Willis. Pass for Tamia Kendrick, stolen by Midland. Micaiah Robinson, nice pass. Marlena White all the way to the rack and in. It's 40-16. And Midland is, they only had 9 points there in that first half. They already have 7 points. So they have improved their scoring here in the third quarter. Nice pass all the way to Eden Carter, and it's 42-16. Midland's done a good job making shots. And there's Micaiah Robinson with another bucket. She's got 7. It's 42-18. If they could just find a way to get a turnover, can claw their way back in this game. When you're improving on offense, you also got to answer on defense and try to get stops. And that's the thing. Double Churches has been responding every time Midland gets a big basket. Oh, but both fans of both middle schools, they are really fired up. This is quite a crowd here on the campus of Shaw High School. Keziah Willis splits the defenders and puts up a floater. She took off, and that was a very good shot. She had a couple of defenders. And that's going to go back to Double Churches. I was just very impressed with Keziah Williams just putting up that shot because she had 2 defenders in her face, and she is leading Double Churches with 12 points. Oh, nice pass. Eden Carter, she will be fouled. .2:14 left to go here in the third quarter. As Double Churches leading Midland 44-18. Carter misses the first. Carter misses them both, but Double Churches does come up with the rebound. That was a shot attempt by Ingram, and that's going to go out of play off the Wildcats. Midland ball, but they are down 44-18 with 2:05 left to go here in the third. So tomorrow, we've got the middle school boys semifinals on the campus of Columbus High. It's Baker and Aaron Cone at 6 o'clock. Richards and Fort at 7:30. There's a shot up, no good by Robinson, trying to put back, and it's going to be a foul on Double Churches. And for the boys, Aaron Cohn is the defending middle school champions, as they had probably one of the greatest basketball games I ever saw. That took place on the campus of Columbus State last year. And they actually sped up the season. The championships are that second week of February. The championships last year was the first week of March. Robinson makes them both. Marlena White makes them both. She's got 10 points. It's 44-20. Willis. Floater, no good. Rebounded by Robinson. Long pass. It's handled by Midland. It's Evans. Tarver. That pass was intended for White. It's going to go out of bounds and back to Double Churches with 1:34 left to go here in the third. And Muskogee County Athletic Director Jeff Battles is in the building, watching this middle school semifinal game. 1:30 left to go. Got Lauren Ellison. Oh, nice pass to Kamora Ingram for the basket. Ingram's got 10 points. It's 46-20. Back out, three-point shot. Janae Evans, no good. Rebounded by Ingram. Oh, and it's stolen by Midland. Coming up with it, number 14, Taylor Carter. And that's going to be a bucket by Marlana White. She's got 12 points. Less than a minute to go here in the third. It's 46-22 and a foul on Carter. Well, that foul was on Double Churches, rather. It's going to be Midland ball. 51.4 seconds left to go, down 46-22. White will inbounds it. Pass to Robinson, fires up a three, no good. Rebounded by Ingram. Pass over to Ellison. Ellison takes it across the timeline, and I'm surprised that wasn't a push-off. That was good defense by Evans. Oh, and saved by White, but in the hands of Double Churches, and Ingram goes out of play. 34.1 seconds left to go. Back to the Wildcats. See, Double Churches trying to close out this quarter as they are one quarter away from advancing to the championship game, which will be played at Spencer High Saturday afternoon. That shot was no good. Midland with it, 24 seconds. Evans saves it, but it's stolen. Right in the hands of Ellison with 17 seconds left to go. Kendrick. There's just exchanging possessions here, and that was a quick foul on Kendrick. And White is on the floor, and she gets up. She's able to dust herself off with 11.2 seconds left to go. 46-22, Double Churches on top. Marlana White to the line for Midland, shooting two. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and the Facebook page, Georgia Alabama Sports Live, as we are continuing to grind and live stream a bunch of sporting events as White makes the first, including basketball championships. The regular season in high school basketball is coming to an end this week. We'll have region tournament play next week. We'll keep you posted. Misses, but an offensive rebound, but ripped down for the jump ball. That was Tarver and Carter. It was going for the jump ball, but with 8 seconds left to go, let's see if Double Churches will hold for the final shot of the third. It's going to be Kendrick inbounding it. Long pass. She's going to have to race for that is Willis, but Willis, nice pass inside 3 seconds off the glass. No good, and she traveled. Kamora Ingram gives it back to Midland with 1.8 seconds left to go. Let's see if Midland can maybe just throw up a haymaker. And they won't. 3 quarters have ended here in the semifinals of the middle school championship as Double Churches is 1 quarter away from advancing to the championship game. 46-23, they lead over Midland. We'd like to thank our sponsors, State Farm, Carroll Purdue, Pacelli, Terry Johnson Agency, Master Wall Incorporated, Behringer Construction, P&B Broadcasting, Sports Visions, Double Coverage, the Houston Clinic, and Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. One more quarter to go here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. It's Double Churches, it's Midland, it's the semifinal middle school championship game here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back to Shaw High School, the fourth quarter here in the middle school semifinals. Double Churches, Midland. Keziah Willis starts the fourth quarter off with a basket. Leading scorer for the Wildcats with 14, and it is 48-23. That pass was intended for Janae Evans, and it is going to go back to Double Churches. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Fort and Aaron Cone, and that is coming up next here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Willis kind of going to be a little quick foul on Midland, or are they going to call a foul? I got to tell you, I really got to give a shout out to these refs because they are tirelessly working multiple games in a week. I recognize some of the refs that were calling the Spencer Southwest game from Monday night. It's always great to see them because now they pretty much know that Georgia Alabama Sports Live's in the building. And definitely want to give them a shout out. They do just a phenomenal job. Really just tireless hours. We start seeing some of the Aaron Cone Bulldogs fans coming into the building. That is going to be big. There's Midland with the steal, putting it up. Marlena White, no good. Rebounded off the glass is Marlena White. She's got 15 points. It's 48-25. Here comes Double Churches. Pass over Barry. Almost stolen by Midland, and that was kicked off the leg. They're not calling it. Are they calling a backcourt violation? Yes, they are. It's going to be Midland basketball. Midland does trail 48-25 with 4:59 left to go here in this game, and we're actually looking like we're going to start on time for that second game. As these middle school games, they're more fast paced. In my opinion, I think they call less fouls, but of course there's less time on the clock as well. Midland's got to give it up, and that's going to be a timeout on the Lady Jaguars. We'll take one, too. 4:46 left to go. Double Churches leading Midland 48-25 as you are watching this semifinal middle school championship games on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Back here at Shaw High School, Georgia Alabama Sports Live, Richard Holdridge here on the broadcast. Midland ball. Shot put up by Thomas. And then the putback by Marlena White. It is 48-27. Here comes a full court press by Midland. This has really been an incredible effort by Double Churches. Jumping out to that big lead in the first half, and anytime Midland got momentum, Double Churches would respond with a big bucket. They are led by Josiah Williams with 14 points. You got Kamora Ingram with 10. There's another rebound by Double Churches. That is going to be Crouch. Lost it. Janae Evans. It's a fast break. Shot no good by Marlena White. And we're going to get another jump ball. The possession arrow is going to go to Double Churches. 4:05 left to go here in this contest. The winner will play Saturday. Tip-off at 1 p.m. on the campus of Spencer High School. That's tipped away by Janae Evans. Just love seeing these rivalries, and just the fans come out and they just support their middle school. And really, middle school basketball has really been an exciting brand of basketball. Well, what a nice pass. No good, though, by Brooks Chester. Rebounded by Midland. And let's see Midland on a fast break. Janae Evans gets her pocket picked, but it's going to stay right here with Midland. Brooks Chester had the right idea, but a little too much mustard on it, and it would go out of bounds. Put up a shot. That is no good. That's going to be off the leg of Midland and going back to Double Churches. 3:44 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Double Churches is 3:44 left from advancing to the championship game. And that's going to be another jump ball, but it's going to go to Midland. You got fans from both sides here. And then you're starting to see the Fort and the Aaron Cone fans starting to enter the gymnasium. Barry, top of the key. Almost got it stolen. Barry looking for the screen. Trying to stay with it. White, Marlena White gets it stolen. And Brooks Chester, coast to coast, all the way to the rack and in. Chester's got 11 points. It's 50-27. Double Churches out on front with 3:07 left to go here in this contest. Midland putting up a floater is Tarver. And then Marlena White is going to be fouled, and she will go to the line. Big shout out to Coach Curtis Crowell, the assistant girls basketball coach of the Shaw Lady Raiders. He's working the scoreboard. As Shaw High School's done a good job hosting this semifinal. To the line is Marlena White. That rattles in and out. And like I said before on the broadcast, this is a good showcase to try to see who is going to play at the next level. They'll be in high school in a couple of years as White misses the second, might even play next year. As that's good defense by Midland, and a steal once again, Taylor Carter. And we're going to get another jump ball with 2:44 left to go. It's going to go to Double Churches. And it's stolen by Midland. Back over to Evans. They got a fast break. Thomas, shot no good. Rebounded by White, saves it. Putting up a shot is Janae Evans, but she is fouled, and she will go to the line for three. Look at, there's 2:30 left to go in this game, but Midland can make it respectable by cutting it to 20. I mean, it was just too much balanced scoring by Double Churches. I mean, when you have three players in double figures, Kamora Ingram, Brooks Chester, and Josiah Willis, sometimes that might be too much to overcome. And with 2:30 left to go, we might have our first ticket punch to the championship game. That's a lane violation on Double Churches, and we're going to restart it all over again. Janae Evans will go back to the line. Taylor Carter, and it is 50-29. And Midland almost went for the steal. Janae Evans. I'll tell you what, I've been impressed with Midland. They're not giving up. I mean, Double Churches is going to advance and go to the championship, but you got to give credit to Midland for not giving up. They've done an outstanding job just fighting hard. And here's Marlana White. White, she's got to pass it off. There's Thomas for three, no good. Rebounded by Brooks Chester. Almost poked away, and if she gets it, that is going to be a steal. But her foot was on the line. If she would have just handled the ball without the foot on the line, she was ready for a wide open three. And that could have cut it to 18. But it's going to be too little too late. 2 minutes left to go here in this semifinal game. Brooks Chester. Oh, what a steal by Marlana White. White puts up a shot off the glass and in. Marlana White has got 19 points. Have yourself a game. And like I said, I mean, both schools want to win a championship, but this is also a good showcase for other high school coaches to look at this and to see who could play at the next level. I mean, I've been impressed with some of the players that really have stood out here in this semifinal game. Nice pass in Eden Carter, and then Midland comes up with a steal. Marlana White. She passes over to Thomas. Thomas, mid-range jumper off the glass and bounces in. Good job by Jelia Thomas. It is 50-33. It's a 17-point lead for Double Churches. Double Churches has kind of gotten a little sloppy here. As there's a shot, no good. Midland can really make it interesting. Oh, what a block by Marlana White. But it's going to stay with Double Churches. 50-33, 107 left to go here in this game. If you could just cut it even closer, what's the strategy? And there is a uncontested steal all the way to the rack, and it is good. And they got to call a timeout here. It's a 15-point lead for Double Churches. I mean, it might be not enough time, but Midland is not giving up. Look at the full court press by Midland. That is going to be that's going to be an 8-second violation by Double Churches. 48.7 seconds left to go. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one too. Double Churches leading Midland 50-35 in the semifinal of the middle school championships here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back to Shaw High School. 43 seconds left to go. Double Churches with the steal. Trying to get the ball back. Ellison. Midland almost got it stolen right there. Long mid-range jumper for Brooks Chester, no good. And a rebound by Scott. And off the glass, Eden Carter, and that might have been the basket that completely stopped the momentum for Midland, because they did cut it to 15. I mean, just an incredible effort, not giving up. Marlana White with 19 points, three-point shot, no good by Evans. 10 seconds. They're still playing hard all the way to the whistle. 6.4 seconds left to go. Midland's going to get the ball back. As here comes the Aaron Cone and Fort fans getting ready to enter the building. 2 seconds. Marlana White for three, hits it at the buzzer. 22 points. That's going to be not enough as Double Churches wins this one, 52-38, to advance to the middle school championship, where they will host the winner of Fort and Aaron Cone. That's coming up next. Tip-off is going to be 1 o'clock on Saturday at the campus of Spencer High School. We would like to thank our sponsors, State Farm, Carroll Purdue, St. Anne Bocelli, Terry Johnson Agency, Master Wall Incorporated, Behringer Construction, P&B Broadcasting, Sports Visions, Double Coverage, the Houston Clinic, and Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Get ready, folks, because we got Fort and Aaron Cone coming up next here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be right back. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the second game of the semifinals in the middle school championships. As the winner of this game will take on Double Churches in the championship game Saturday at Spencer High. It's the Aaron Cone Bulldogs taking on the two-time middle school champion Fort Lady Patriots. It's Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Richard Holdridge here on the broadcast. For Fort, the starters Quinaya McKenzie, Nevia Bryant, Kiana Harmon, Tanisha Ford, and Cassie Simpson. For Aaron Cone, London Bledsoe, Kaylee Bourne, Jaylene Kendrick, Zoe Pickett, and Kinley Johnson. A quick turnover by Aaron Cone, and it's going back to Fort. Fort had that incredible one-point victory against Rothschild in the championship last year on March the 3rd at Columbus State. Aaron Cone with the ball. Bourne. That pass is stolen by Fort. Here comes Fort, almost tipped. It's tipped away by Bourne. It goes out of play. It'll belong to the Lady Patriots. Look at that defense, almost swatted away, and it's finally stolen as Jaylene Kendrick comes up with it, takes it across the timeline, passes it over to Bourne. Bourne gets it blocked. It's going to be stolen by McKenzie. Here comes Ford. It's a 3-on-1. McKenzie pass inside to the rack and good. As that is Neva Bryant. As it is quickly 2-2 here with 5:09 left to go. Both teams just fast-paced and just one of those that they just want to try to win this game. But Fort has been there before. Fort is trying to go for the three-peat. The winner of this game will take on Double Churches at 1 o'clock Saturday at Spencer High. Another turnover and a steal by Fort, and that's Bryant. It goes out of play. It's going to stay right here with the Lady Patriots. A big shout out to the official Roman Jones, who worked the Spencer Southwest games. I've seen Roman in the community, and he's really does an outstanding job as an official. Just tireless hours. And I just wanted to give him his flowers and just give him a shout out here on the broadcast. Another turnover. Aaron Cone with the ball. Jaylene Kendrick trying to go coast to coast. Good defense by Fort, but that is going to be out of bounds. Kiana Harmon coming up with a steal, but her foot was on the line. This is the middle school semifinal game. Double Churches defeated Midland 52-38 in the first game. Despite Marlana White's 22 points for Midland, Double Churches had balanced scoring. Gessia Willis with 14 points, and she also won double coverage player of the game. A big shout out to Jerome Bryant, who's in the building. He awarded her with a t-shirt. Congratulations to Gessia Willis. And we appreciate everything that double coverage does for middle school and high school and local sports here in this community. That's going to be the first jump ball. It's going to go back to Fort. So they did change the scoreboard. Fort does lead 2-0. I was looking at the scoreboard. I'm like, I don't remember Aaron Cone scoring a basket. So they did change the scoreboard. Fort with the ball. Back out is McKenzie. Allen, top of the key, over to Bryant. Good defense and a tip and a steal by Kayleen Bourne. Here comes Bourne. She's doubled. She takes it back out across the key. Bourne, long pass. A little too much. Trying to save it was Kendrick. It goes out of bounds and back to Fort. Don't forget, Thrip Barrage and I will be at Columbus High tomorrow for the boys' semifinal games on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Looking forward to that. We got some good ones. Baker taking on Aaron Cone first at 6 p.m., 7:30. It's Richards and Fort. So we got some good matchups tomorrow, and you can catch those games on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Fort with the basketball, baseline to Via Bryant, stolen by Aaron Cohn. And then they lose possession once again. It's a sloppy play early on here. Trinity Jackson. Fort's got a deep team. I look at around their roster. They got a lot of players on their roster. Players that are going to play at the next level. And of course, Fort is that middle school right by Woodruff Soccer Park. If you're a big soccer person in Columbus with Concord Fire South and CYSC, Fort is just right over there. And a lot of players, like the high school that's in close proximity to Fort is Kendrick. And so they'll end up playing at Kendrick. Off of Woodruff Farm. That shot is no good, so Fort misses both of them. But that's going to be a traveling violation on Kenley Johnson. And the ball is going to go back to Fort. Not a whole lot of scoring here in the first quarter. It's 2-0 Fort with the early lead on Aaron Cohn with 3:40 left to go here in this game, here in the first quarter. So the Fort Patriots, Aaron Cohn, Lady Bulldogs. And another steal, Jaylene Kendrick. Trying to go coast to coast, but a good job by Fort getting back on defense. Over to Bourne. Loses it. It's going to go off of Aaron Cohn and back to Fort. And one thing about being a two-time middle school champion, you never want to underestimate the heart of a champion. Fort has been in big games. They know how to win. I mean, that's going to be the matchup I'd like to see, is that shot put up, and that's going to be rebounded by number 32, Kenley Johnson. Johnson trying to control her dribble, looking for her teammate Bourne. Bourne swings it over to Snipes. Snipes off the glass and rattles in, and good, and that ties the game here in the first quarter. A good job by Snipes getting the bucket. Here comes Aaron Cohn with a full court press. That is poked away and almost stolen, but Fort is going to get it back. We got a couple of subs coming in the game. McElhaney coming in for Aaron Cohn. Kiana Harmon with the ball to Bryant. Get another whistle. That's going to be a foul on Aaron Cohn. 2:45 left to go here in the first. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Please like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Congratulations to the Glenwood Lady Gators. They beat Springwood in the Final Four. They are going to play at the Multiplex Friday at 5 p.m. Congratulations to Coach Purdue and the Lady Gators. Back to the championship for the fourth year in a row. That was almost saved by Harmon, but that's going to go out of play. Big shout out to Coach Curtis Crowell running the scoreboard, the Shaw Lady Raiders assistant coach. They got a big game this Friday against Westover. If they win that, the number 2 seed could be in play for the region championships, for the region tournament. As Aaron Cohn shot by Kendrick, no good. That's going to go out of bounds and back to Fort. It's been a very close contested game here in the first quarter. Fort and Aaron Cohn. There's a shot, no good. Another shot attempt. And in case you're wondering, and a big shout out to Dr. Stefan Lawrence, the principal of Aaron Cohn, who actually shared this on social media. Aaron Cohn is the home of the 2 top scorers in the Tri-City area. Jabria Lindsay played at Aaron Cohn, and Tiara Tucker played at Aaron Cohn. So a big shout out to Dr. Lawrence for providing that information. And I just wanted to make sure that that was mentioned here on the broadcast. So Aaron Cohn with it. Kendrick, oh, a nice pass to LaFleur, and that is going to be a foul on Fort. That's going to be 2 shots coming up for Snipes. Snipes is going to attempt these foul shots as she was fouled on the play with 2:07 left to go here in the first. The winner will take on Double Churches Saturday afternoon at Spencer High as Snipes misses the first. As I start recognizing girls high school basketball coaches in the building, including Carver head basketball coach Anson Hunley. He was here for the Double Churches Midland game. Snipes off the glass and in. She's got 3 points, and it's 3-2. Erin Cohn on top. Ford almost lost it. Tipped, stolen. Kinley Johnson. Here comes Erin Cohn with a fast break. Johnson trying to drive the baseline. Back out to Bourne. Bourne, long pass, top of the key to Kendrick. Kendrick doubled, and she traveled. So both teams just figuring each other out, trying to work the offense, but some turnovers has really made this a very low-scoring first quarter. Erin Cohn on top, 3-2 over the Lady Patriots. There's Ford, top of the key over to McKenzie. McKenzie, that is a block by Kayleen Bourne, but the refs are going to call that a foul. That is going to be the third team foul on Erin Cohn. And going to the line is going to be McKenzie as she was in the motion of shooting. .134 left to go here in the first quarter. We are glad that you are joining us here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Richard Holdridge here on the broadcast. We got middle school semifinal games tomorrow at Columbus High. And you can catch those games on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Both foul shots missed. There's a save. Oh, what a save by Fort. Rebound off the glass and in by Jordan Russ. And it's 4-3. And that's going to be a foul on Russ. So Fort is the two-time middle school champions. The big question is, can they three-peat? You know, Erin Cohn, they were undefeated, and then they ended up losing to Richards. And then they had a seeding where it looked like they were one of the best teams coming into this. But they were undefeated in the season. And, you know, they play 6 games in the regular season, and yeah, that's going to be a traveling on Fort. It's going to go back to Erin Cohn. And another steal, as that's going to be a foul. Another foul on Erin Cohn. So Fort defeated Richards Saturday at Kendrick High School. These were the quarterfinals. Erin Cohn defeated Arnold. On the other side of the bracket, Double Churches beat Blackman Road at Spencer High. And then Midland defeated Baker at Kendrick High. Those were quarterfinal games last week. As the first foul shot is made by Fort. And both are made by number 1, Asa Allen. It's 6-3, Fort. That's going to be a foul on Russ. Less than a minute to go here in the first. That's going to be that's actually going to be a turnover on Erin Cohn. It's going to go back to Fort. They are up 6-3. They're just trying to inbounds the ball. Tania Ford Over into the corner. McKenzie doubled. Foul on Cone. Aaron Cone. It is going to be a shooting foul. As to the line will be Quanaya McKenzie. The last time she was at the line, she missed a couple of foul shots. Let's see if she can make them. And she makes the first. Fort has been on a 5-0 run. A good job by Fort closing out this first quarter. I almost said Shaw. The scoreboard says Shaw, but Aaron Cone had a 3-2 lead. As we are on the campus of Shaw High. So they do use the scoreboard, but by default, the scoreboard does say Shaw. As Aaron Cone is the home team. Shot no good. Be rebounded by Harmon. Top of the key, over to McKenzie. Fires up a long three by Allen, no good. That's going to be rebounded by Aaron Cone, and a quick foul. With 31.1 seconds left to go, Jalen Kendrick was fouled on that play. And that is going to put Aaron Cone at the line, as that was the 5th team foul. So going to the line for Aaron Cone is Jalen Kendrick. With 31.1 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. And Kendrick makes the first. And coming into the game for Ford is Trinity Jackson, as Asia Allen is going to take a breather. Kendrick misses the second, but look at Aaron Cone, almost got the offensive rebound, but Fort comes up with it. Pass over to Harmon. Harmon puts a shot off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Kendrick. Kendrick trying to stay with it, 18 seconds. Aaron Cone can try to hold for the final shot, but coach is going to call a timeout, and we will take one too with 15.5 seconds left to go here in the first. As Fort leading Aaron Cone 7-4 right here on the semifinals of the middle school championships on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Back at Shaw High School, it's Fort, it's Aaron Cone, it's Georgia Alabama Sports Live. 15.5 seconds left to go in the first. Fort leading 7-4. Aaron Cone has got to get it off. Trying to get a shot off. That pass intended for Zoe Pickett goes out of bounds and back to the Lady Patriots with 8.9 seconds left to go here in the first. As the winner of this game will take on Double Churches in the championship. 4 seconds, stolen by Aaron Cone. Do they have enough to get it off? Shot, oh, that almost went in. Jalen Kendrick put a shot up at the buzzer, and that was so close to going in, but after one, this has been a very defensive battle between both teams, and Fort leads 7-4 over Aaron Cone. As we would like to thank our sponsors: State Farm, Carroll Purdue, St. Anne Pacelli, Terry Johnson Agency, Master Wall Incorporated, Behringer Construction, P&B Broadcasting, Sports Visions, Double Coverage, the Houston Clinic, and Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Back with the second quarter here in the semifinals of the middle school championships right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Start of the second quarter between Fort and Aaron Cohn. 7-4 is your score. That shot no good. Rebounded by Fort. Thought about the three. Shot no good. That was McKenzie. Gets her own rebound. McKenzie puts up a shot off the glass. No good. Trying to go up for the shot and draws the foul is Tania Ford. That will be a shooting foul on Aaron Cohn. And Ford is going to go to the line for two. Aaron Cohn had an early 3-2 lead, and then you had Fort that just came out and went on a 5-0 run. That's going to be a lane violation. So that foul shot's not going to count by Ford, and it's going to go back to the Lady Bulldogs, who are the home team. They got the white uniform with the orange lettering with the black trim. The Fort Lady Patriots with the black uniforms with the teal colors with the yellow trim. Into the game, Cassie Simpson for Fort. Shot off the glass, no good. McKenzie rebounded by Jaylene Kendrick. Kendrick trying to go coast to coast. She lost it, but it looked like it was tipped away out of bounds by Fort. And the possession is going to stay with the Lady Bulldogs. Long pass over to Kendrick. Kendrick puts a shot off the glass, no good. Nice rebound off the glass and in by Zoe Pickett. Right there for the offensive rebound, and it's 7-6. Here comes Fort. Harmon, double teamed. Back out to Allen. Almost lost it. Top of the key, McKenzie for three. No good. And it's rebounded by Kendrick. She's got 5 rebounds. Kendrick doing a great job crashing the boards, and there's another steal by Fort. Up by 1. 4:37 left to go. Here in the second, that's going to be a foul on Kayleen Bourne. And once again, the Fort Lady Patriots going to the line to try to extend this lead. Fort leading 7-6. In the semifinal game for the right to play double churches in the championship game Saturday afternoon at Spencer High School. And Ford misses the first. She's missed her last 3 foul shots. And we have got a packed house here at Shaw High School for the middle school semifinal game. Ford misses them both, and as that was a rebound, trying to go for the rebound with Jaylene Kendrick, it was ripped out of her hands. It's going to go back to Aaron Cohn. Down by 1. Let's see Aaron Cohn could try to take the lead. They had an early 3-2 lead in the first. Oh, good job by Kendrick, staying with it and making sure that Fort did not come up with the steal. But Fort ends up getting the rebound. Here comes Ford, and she traveled. Sometimes the momentum will carry you to make a decision you don't want to do in the spur of the moment, and she just took too many steps right there. So Aaron Cohn with the basketball once again. Here comes Bourne with the double team. You got the full court press. She's got to get it off. Back over to Kendrick. Kendrick splitting the double team, and she will draw the foul. And Jaylene Kendrick is going to go to the line to try to give Aaron Cohn the lead. 4:05 left to go here in the second quarter. If you are just joining us, Double Churches defeated Midland 52-38 to punch their ticket to the middle school championship, which will be played at Spencer High Saturday afternoon. They're actually calling this a non-shooting foul, so Aaron Cohn's going to take it underneath the basket. Kenley Johnson will do the honors. Looking over to Bourne. Bourne passes it over to Kendrick. Kendrick, shooting motion. She draws the foul. I believe that was a shooting motion. I think that when they called that first foul, the refs didn't think that she was in the motion of shooting, but now she actually did go up for the shot. So she will go to the line for two. Down 7-6. But Kendrick has really had a good game, crashing the boards. As Kendrick misses the first. Big shout out to Jerome Bryant from Double Coverage. He is in the building. He was taking pictures earlier as Kendrick does make one of two, and it ties the game at 7 with 4:01 left to go. The Double Coverage player of the game was Jaisa Willis with 14 points. And she ended up getting a Double Coverage t-shirt. Aaron Cohn with the steal, and Bourne back over. Bledsoe, turnover, Fort ball. Aaron Cohn had a chance to take the lead. Now Fort with possession. McKenzie takes it across the timeline. Top of the key, swings it over to the right wing. 3-point shot attempt, front of the iron, no good by Trinity Jackson. Rebounded by Fort. Ford, shot up and in. And it is 9-7. Fort with the lead over Aaron Cohn. 3:27 left to go. Here comes Kendrick. Kendrick stays with her dribble. Back out. Bourne for three. Off the glass. No good. And that's going to be rebounded by Fort. Oh, a nice pass to McKenzie all the way to the rack. No good. Rebounded by Bourne. Back out to Johnson. Johnson, it's a 3-on-1. Johnson to the rack. No good. And a rebound and a tip. And that did not go either by Zoe Pickett. And that's going to be a timeout on the floor as we will take 1-2. 3:02 left to go here in the second quarter as Fort leads Aaron Cohn 9-7 in the semifinals of the middle school championship right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Back at Shaw High School, Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Richard Holdridge, 3:02 left to go until halftime. Fort leading Aaron Cohn 9-7. Fort with the ball. McKenzie gets her dribble, gives it over to Joycelyn Justice, and Justice travels. And the ball will go back to the Lady Bulldogs. The Fort Lady Patriots are the two-time middle school city champions. They had just an incredible game against Rothschild last year. And St. Anne Pacelli's Grace Smith, who's now an 8th grader at Pacelli, was playing for that Rothschild team that had a chance to win it. Fort was able to hold on for the victory as that game was played at Columbus State on March the 3rd. And they've pushed the championships a little bit earlier in the season. But I tell you, these high schools have done a good job of, just hosting the quarterfinal games last weekend. And then now the semifinals here at Shaw. Columbus High for the boys tomorrow. Here comes Aaron Cohn. Snipes. Oh, there's a shot by Bourne, no good, and it's going to go back to Fort. 2:36 left to go. We got some subs coming in the game for the Lady Patriots. Karma Minson checking in for Trinity Jackson. Quinaya McKenzie takes it across the timeline. 2:29 left to go. Left wing, Ford, McKenzie, baseline shot, no good. That is going to be yanked down and rebounded. But it's going to be a foul. Looks like it's a push-off. That was Joycelyn Justice. It's going to go back to Aaron Cohn. No team has really pulled away in this game. I mean, this has been a very close contested game. Here comes Kayleen Bourne. Double team. Back out. Snipes. No good. Rebounded by Pickett. Pickett puts up a shot, and she will draw the foul, and Pickett will go to the line for two. Zoe Pickett. She is going to shoot 2 foul shots here with 2:10 left to go here in the first half. The winner of this game will take on Double Churches in the championship game. As that first foul shot is no good. We got Kiana Harmon coming into the game for the Lady Patriots. Also Jocelyn Sylvester is going to check into the game for a very deep Fort Lady Patriots team. And when you've won the last 2 middle school championships in the city, I mean, you're used to being in games like this. Zoe Pickett misses both. Fort with the rebound. Oh, look at that defense. That defense by Kayleen Bourne really forced a bad pass, and Aaron Cohn's going to get the ball back. So Aaron Cohn out of Midland, Georgia. And if you know where Bull Creek Golf Course is, well, that school is right around the corner from Bull Creek Golf Course. Close proximity to Matthews Elementary School. But Aaron Cohn in that newer part of Midland, over where Pratt and Whitney is. Almost stolen, but Fort gets it right back. Oh, what a block. A block by Kendrick. It's going to stay here with Fort. And if you want to know where Fort Middle School is, that is over by Woodruff Park, Woodruff Farm Park, where they have the soccer complex. Oh, Aaron Cohn is going to get the ball now. But are we getting a timeout? The ref is like, hold on, let's reset this. 1:37 left to go. And for somebody that would spend Saturdays watching CYC youth soccer, know exactly where Fort Middle School is, because that parking lot is being utilized for soccer. That shot's no good. That's going to be rebounded and stolen by Aaron Cohn. But Fort's not giving up on the play. Are we going to have a jump ball? Oh, no. Bourne gives it up. Back out to Bourne. Bourne, three-pointer by Snipes, no good. Rebounded Pickett. Pickett with a rebound. Off the glass, no good. Fort trying to get the rebound, fighting for it. It's Harmon and Pickett. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to Fort with 1:08 left to go here in the first half. Please like the Facebook page. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's Georgia Alabama Sports Live. It's the middle school semifinal championship. Shot, front of the iron, no good by Minson. Rebounded by Aaron Cohn. That was Kenley Johnson. Aaron Cohn will get it, less than a minute to go, down 9-7. Over to Snipes, top of the key. Snipes being guarded heavily by Karma Minson that forces the turnover. It's going to go back to Fort. .9 seconds left to go here in the first half. McKenzie running the point. Taking it across the timeline, just going to let a three fly. No good. That's going to be ripped down by Kendrick, and a foul on the Lady Patriots with 39 seconds left to go here in the first half. And that is the 5th team foul. And so to the line for Aaron Cohn is Jaylene Kendrick, trying to tie this game. This has been a close contested game, a defensive battle between just two talented schools. Pickett makes the first. That was a nothing but net. Little swish action. And it's 9-8. Off the glass and in. Jaylene Kendrick ties it at 9. She had good form on those foul shots. Fort with the ball. McKenzie being guarded by Bourne. Swings it over to Minson. Almost gave it up. Back out to Minson. Minson makes a move, puts up a shot off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Aaron Cohn. Here comes Cohn on a fast break, and that is going to be a foul on McKenzie. And that's going to put Aaron Cohn at the line with a chance to regain the lead. The last time they had a lead, it was 3-2 early on in the first quarter. And Kenley Johnson getting ready to shoot two. And she misses the first. We got Trinity Jackson checking back into the game. And Quanisha McKenzie is going to sit with a couple of fouls. They don't want to get her into foul trouble. There's a bank shot by Kenley Johnson. Hey, the bank closed 3 hours ago, but it's 10-9. Aaron Cohn on top, and another steal, a turnover. Here comes Kendrick with a shot off the glass and in. Largest lead of the game for Aaron Cohn, 12-9. 6 seconds, 5. Fort trying to put up a shot, and that was a traveling or double dribble. That was a double dribble violation by Fort with 1.3 seconds left to go. Probably not enough time to throw a heave-ho. And that just hits the wall, and that is how the first half ends. What a job by Aaron Cohn to claw all the way back to take the 3-point lead over Fort as they lead 12-9. The leading scorer for Aaron Cohn is Jaylene Kendrick with 6 points. And Fort has a bunch of players with 2, and including Nevaeh Bryant, Jordan Russ, Tanisa Ford, Asa Allen. Good balanced scoring by the Fort Lady Patriots. But we want to thank our sponsors, because without them, this broadcast would not be possible. State Farm Carroll Purdue, St. Anne Pacelli, Terry Johnson Agency, Master Wall Incorporated, Behringer Construction, P&B Broadcasting, Sports Visions, Double Coverage, the Houston Clinic, and Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Back with the second half in the semifinals of the middle school championship between Fort and Aaron Cohn right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back to Shaw High School. We are at halftime where Aaron Cohn leads Fort 12-9. Fort was up 7-4, and then Aaron Cohn was able to get on an 8-2 run to close out that first half. Leading scorer for Aaron Cohn is Jaylene Kendrick, who has 6 points. And Aaron Cohn will start with a basketball, as Fort did win the tip. Here's Kayleen Bourne, top of the key, puts up a shot, gets her own rebound. That's going to be the first jump ball in the second half. That's London Bledsoe that caught her own pass trying to put up a shot, but Fort was right there to get a hand in there to get the jump ball. The winner will take on Double Churches. And that was almost stolen by Aaron Cohn. Good defense by Cohn, Aaron Cohn. It's Allen out of bounds, back to Aaron Cohn. And I just want to say a big shout out to Art Thomason, the PA announcer. Doing a fantastic job, as always. He is the Carver PA announcer and the assistant girls basketball coach. That's going to be rebounded by Kendrick. Kendrick's got 6 rebounds, 6.6 rebounds. What a night for Jaylene Kendrick, as that's going to stay right here with the Lady Bulldogs, who are the home team wearing their white unis with the orange lettering and black trim. And that's going to stay right here with Aaron Cohn. That's going to be a steal by Bryant. Here comes Fort. Almost lost it. Takes it. Stolen. Up. Aaron Cohn almost got it, but Fort gets it right back. Over to McKenzie. Remember, she's got the 2 fouls. He's got to be very careful. That is also going to be a foul on the Lady Bulldogs. It's going to be their first team foul here in the second half. McKenzie thought about the 3. Being guarded by Johnson. And she loses it. And that's going to be a steal by Bledsoe. Back over to Bourne. Bourne almost lost it. She gets a double team. She's got to give it off. Over to Bledsoe, and that's going to be a steal by Fort. Good job by Keona Harmon. Now Bryant with it. Oh, swatted away by Kayleen Bourne, and that is going to go out of play, and it's going to be Fort ball. Both teams just playing great defense. And whoever wins this game, they're facing a Double Churches team that's got balanced scoring. This is a 12-9 game. Double Churches put up 52 points on Midland. They can score. It's just 2 different styles. There's Bledsoe with a double team. Oh, she almost, that wouldn't have counted anyway because she traveled. It is 12-9. We have yet to score a basket here in the third quarter. The Fort Lady Patriots with it. McKenzie puts up a shot. No good. That's going to be rebounded by Thornton. Back over to Bledsoe. Behind the arc. That pass intended for Pickett. It was tipped. Fighting for it. It's going to go out of play. As Kinley Johnson was trying to save it. We're going to have Tania Ford coming back into the game for Fort, who's got balanced scoring. Nevia Bryant, Tania Ford, Jordan Russ, Asa Allen, all with 2 points. Quinaya McKenzie with 1. A good defensive effort by Aaron Cohn. There's a shot, and it rattles in by Tania Ford. Cuts it to 1. Is Aaron Cohn with the 12-11 lead, and a steal by Ford. She puts it up and in. That's a quick 2 once again, and Fort takes the 1-point lead. Timeout, Aaron Cohn will take 1-2. 3:34 left to go here in the third as Fort leads Aaron Cone 13-12 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Shaw High School. It's the middle school semifinal games. The winner will take on Double Churches in the championship game Saturday afternoon at Spencer High. And there's a turnover. Snipes ends up getting it. They're just exchanging possession. Snipes travels, and it's going to go back to Fort, who's on a 4-0 run. They took the 1-point lead. Aaron Cone led 12-9 at the half. Here comes Fort, the two-time middle school champions, trying to three-peat. Like I mentioned, whoever plays Double Churches, you're going to face a team that likes to score points. That is an offensive team, and both teams really focus on defense. Oh, that is swatted away by Neva Bryant. It's going to stay right here with the Lady Bulldogs. Kayleen Bourne inbounds it. Oh, nice pass to Pickett, gets her own rebound. Loses the ball, but Bourne comes back up with it. Snipes gets it blocked by Bryant, and here comes Fort on a fast break. Allen. Kendrick with the steal, and then Allen and Kendrick try to get the jump ball. And the Aaron Cone coach wants a travel. He's doing the hand gesture and everything, but the refs are going to make their decision. They're going to take a timeout too, but we want to thank our sponsors really for making this broadcast possible. State Farm, Carroll Purdue, St. Anne Pacelli, Terry Johnson Agency, Master Wall Incorporated, Behringer Construction, PNB Broadcasting, Sports Visions, Double Coverage, the Houston Clinic, and Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Just a reminder, tomorrow, Thrift Barrage and I will be on the campus of Columbus High as we've got a good one, as Baker is taking on Aaron Cone at 6 o'clock, followed by Richards taking on Fort. You can catch those games on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. The Glenwood Lady Gators beat Springwood earlier today to punch their ticket to the championship, 5 o'clock at the Multiplex in Montgomery on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Some other games of note. Tomorrow, Russell County is hosting the region championship against Park Crossing as they're in the playoffs. And then we got a whole slate of games on Friday, including Pacelli and Brookstone. Just so many games as this is the final week in the regular season for high school basketball. Fort with the ball. Ford, shot up, no good. Harmon, rebounded by Kendrick. Kendrick, oh, good job splitting the defenders. Kendrick just dribbling coast to coast. Long pass over to Bourne, top of the key, over to Snipes. Thought about the three. Snipes puts up a three, no good. And that's pulled down by Fort, and we're going to get another foul. Jordan Russ with the rebound, but I think that foul was away from the ball. That was on Fort. So Aaron Cone with the basketball. Over to Bourne, back over to Snipes. Snipes puts up a floater, no good. Trying to save it, it's just too far out of reach. It's going to go back to the Fort Lady Patriots. If you are a soccer fan, if you got a child that plays in Concord Fire South or CYSC, Fort Middle School is right there in that parking lot of Woodruff Farms Soccer Complex. There's a steal, Aaron Cohn snipes, splitting the defenders, but she draws. Looks like it'll be a foul going the other way. Back to Fort with a 1-point lead. This has been a very close contested game. Time is winding down here in the third. The margin of error is very slim when you have a close contested game like this. For the right to play double churches in the championship game Saturday afternoon. Comes Allen. Allen double teamed. Good defense by Aaron Cohn. Ripping that one down, and Fort gets the rebound, and there's a foul on Kinley Johnson. That might have just been a frustration foul because she was trying to go for the block. And here's Fort to the line to try to extend this lead. 1:45 left to go here in the third. Fort is the two-time middle school champions. That first foul shot by Ford is no good. Ford misses them both, but that's a lane violation on Fort. It's going to go back to Aaron Cohn. So Aaron Cohn has another opportunity to regain the lead. And taking it is Smith. Back over to Bourne, quick double team. Kendrick puts up a shot, nothing but the bottom of the net for Jaylene Kendrick. She's got 8 points. Aaron Cohn retakes the lead, and there's a steal. Smith back out to Smith. She handles her dribble, and that is going to be ripped away for a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to go to Fort. So Aaron Cohn, if you're not familiar where Aaron Cohn is, right near Pratt and Whitney, Bull Creek Golf Course, Matthews Elementary School. It's the newer side of, like the side of Midland, it's just been, that development's just been a lot newer than most of the area in Columbus. And that's going to be a jump ball. The possession arrow is going to stay right here with Aaron Cohn. And taking it will be Kinley Johnson. Back out to Smith, Bourne, and that is stolen by McKenzie. The pass to Allen, that's going to be a foul on Aaron Cohn, and Allen with a chance to regain the lead for Fort. Here's what's at stake. Fort is the two-time middle school champions. They want to keep their season alive for a possibility at a three-peat. Allen misses the first. Aaron Cohn has really been an up-and-coming team. They saw their boys team win the middle school championship last year, and the girls team wants to try to get there as well. And she makes one of two. We are tied at 14. 54 seconds left to go. Here comes Smith. Smith back over to Johnson. Johnson doubled out of bounds. It's going to stay right here with Aaron Cohn. That was good swarming defense by Ford and Allen. 45 seconds left to go. Johnson, that gets tipped and stolen by Allen. Allen, oh, and what a block by McElhaney. But it's going to go out of bounds on Aaron Cohn, and Fort retains possession of the basketball. There's McKenzie, thought about the three, puts up a shot. Right there is Pickett. Blocks the shot, and a steal by McElhaney. And that's off her foot. It's going to go back to Fort. 30.8 seconds left to go. We are knotted up at 14. This has been a defensive battle between both teams. I mean, 52-38 was the score of the other game. I mean, you talk about that was an offensive showdown. This has really been all about defense. 19 seconds. Shot, no good. Rebounded by Ford. Oh, blocked by Pickett. Zoe Pickett coming up with a big rejection, but they're going to call that a foul. That's going to be a foul. That's the third team foul. Actually, they're calling that foul on Fort. So with 12.1 seconds left to go, Aaron Cohn with the ball. Smith lost it. Stolen by Bryant. 5 seconds. Bryant off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Kendrick. And then put up a shot as McKenzie, and no good. And that is how the third quarter ends. All knotted up at 14. One more quarter to go for the right to play double churches in the middle school championship. We want to thank our sponsors, State Farm, Carroll Purdue, St. Anne Pacelli, Terry Johnson Agency, Master Wall Incorporated, Behringer Construction, P&B Broadcasting, Sports Visions, Double Coverage, the Houston Clinic, and Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Back with the fourth quarter in the semifinals of the middle school championships here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Start of the fourth quarter, it's 14-14. It's Fort, it's Aaron Cohn. There's a shot, no good. Rebounded, staying here with Fort. There comes Aaron Cohn, and Johnson almost got it, and then Fort comes back with it. McKenzie put up a shot. Oh, they're just fighting for it. They're going to call a jump ball. They're going to call a jump ball right there. So the girls basketball coach for Fort Lady Patriots is led by Shanaki Ward. Wanted to make sure to give the basketball coaches credit. That's going to go back to the Fort Lady Patriots. Allen, shot, no good. Shot, and it counts. And one for Kiana Harmon, and it gives Fort the 2-point lead as she's going to the line for the and one. That is how you respond here in the fourth quarter with a shot at the championship game on the line, and we're going to get just a delayed whistle. As the refs talk it over. They're actually not counting that a foul shot. That's going to go out of bounds. Back to Aaron Cohn. Neva Bryant. Here comes Bourne. Pass to Pickett. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Johnson, and we're going to get a whistle. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one too. 5:01 left to go here in this game. Fort leading Aaron Cone 16-14 in the middle school semifinal championship on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And welcome back to Shaw High School. 4:59 left to go here in this game. Fort leading Aaron Cone 16-14 for the right to play in the championship game Saturday afternoon against Double Churches. That was just too much for Bledsoe, and that's going to be a steal on Fort. Shot no good. There's another rebound, and Aaron Cone with the ball. It's Kendrick. Kendrick loses it out of bounds, and it will go back to the Fort Lady Patriots. We appreciate everybody that has been supporting our live stream here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Please like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Bryant puts up a shot, no good. Oh, and that is stolen by Bledsoe. Bledsoe trying to pass it into traffic, and another turnover as Fort with the ball. Bryant over to across the timeline to Ford. Inside, and Kendrick diving for the steal. And there's a jump ball. It's going to go to Aaron Cone. Inbouncing it will be Kenley Johnson. A long baseball pass over to Bledsoe. No good, but that's going to be a foul on Ford. And Bledsoe's got a shot at tying up this game once again. So Bledsoe to the line. Bledsoe misses the first. And Bledsoe banks in the second. It is 16-15. Ford on top, 4:11 left to go. That's going to be stolen by Bourne. There's a pass over to Johnson. They're going to call a 3-second lane violation on Aaron Cone. So 4:03 left to go here in this game. Fort leading 16-15. McKenzie over to Ford, back to McKenzie. Here comes Aaron Cone with a full court press. Allen ripped away. Kendrick, and that is going to be Kendrick and Harmon, and that's going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay right here with Fort with 3:52 left to go here in this game. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Allen thought about the three. That pass was bobbled, almost stolen by Kendrick. Taking it is Bryant. 3:47. Over to Ford. Quick double team. Shot. No good. That's going to be a foul before the shot on Kiona Harmon. That's going to be inbounds underneath the basket as Bryant. Baseline jumper. McKenzie puts up a shot and she gets fouled. McKenzie makes the first. It's a 2-point lead for Fort with 3:39 left to go. 17-15. So Aaron Cohn was undefeated until the last regular season game when they lost to Richards. As McKenzie makes them both, it's a 3-point lead for Fort. And the way this game is going, Aaron Cohn's got to find a way to get a basket. Over to Pickett. Pickett steps, no good. That's a foul. That's going to be a foul. And Pickett's going to go to the line. Try to cut into this Fort lead, leading by 3 with 3:31 left to go. As Pickett makes the first. Georgia Alabama Sports Live, please like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Pickett to the line. And she makes them both. 1-point lead for Fort. There comes a full court press by Aaron Cohn, and that's going to be stolen. Stolen by Bourne, down by 1. 3:24 left to go, going sideline to sideline, and she steps out of bounds. And sometimes that happens, especially when you have a defender that's with you step for step. That's what Fort did in that situation. Here comes Fort with the basketball. And that is going to be a foul on Bourne. Going up for the block. McKenzie, who hit her last 2 foul shots, is going to go to the line to try to extend this lead for the Lady Patriots. So looking at the roster, so you got for Aaron Cohn, London Bledsoe, Kayleen Bourne, Jayla Kendrick, Kinley Johnson, and Jocelyn Campbell are all 8th graders. So they will probably be playing JV or even varsity next season for whatever high school they go to. I mean, it's, you know, the location of where Aaron Cohn is, I mean, it's close proximity to Shaw. The location for Ford, it's close proximity to Kendrick. But we shall see. That first shot is good. It's 19-17. Huge clutch free throw by Quinia McKenzie for Fort. 3:15 left to go. It's 19-17. She makes the second. Remember, she's got 3 of them, because she was fouled on the 3-point attempt. Misses the third, but that's going to be a lane violation on Fort. But Aaron Cohn keeps it a 1-possession game. It's 20-17. But the rate of the offense, it's been really hard, and Fort ends up, and she lost it. That was a good steal by Ford, but she ended up losing the basketball. And Aaron Cohn has it, a long baseball pass, and that is intercepted. McKenzie is going to the line. That's the one thing you don't want to do. You don't want to foul the shooter. McKenzie has been very good at the charity stripe. McKenzie to the line. And she makes the first. She's got 6 points for Fort. As the two-time middle school champions trying to close this game out. We got a timeout on the floor. We'll take one too. 2:58 left to go here in this game. Fort leading Aaron Cone 21-17 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. .258 left to go here in this game. Fort is leading Aaron Cone 21-17. The winner of this game will face Double Churches in the championship game at Spencer Saturday afternoon at 1. McKenzie misses it, and that's going to be rebounded by Kendrick. Quick double team. She's got to get it off, and she double dribbles. It's going to go back to Fort, 21-17. What's at stake here for the Fort Lady Patriots? A chance to three-peat. They have won the last 2 city championships. A thriller last year, Columbus State beating Rothschild by 1. And now Ford with it, top of the key. Ford is going to try to use as much shot clock as possible. Allen back over to Bryant. And Russ commits a turnover, and it's going to go back to Aaron Cone with 2:31 left to go. Here comes Snipes, being guarded by Bryant. That was good defense by Bryant, but there's a little too much coverage, and Bryant draws the foul. She picks up the foul. We're going to get a whistle. Is that going to be away from the ball? Got Fort just trying to get into their defense. Here we go, Johnson over to Snipes. Snipes' foot was on the line, and that's going to be another turnover. Got to watch out. We have that backcourt violation. And that is going to go back to Fort, up 21-17. Ford back over to McKenzie, top of the key, split the defenders, puts up a shot, no good. That's going to be rebounded by Kendrick, but she gets fouled in the back. And that is going to be, that's only going to be the 4th. Is that going to be, yeah, that's going to be the 5th team foul. Aaron Cone is in the bonus. This will be an opportunity for Pickett to try to cut into this lead. Ford has had a 4-point lead. It's 2:14 left to go here in this game. Well, actually, they're not going to call it a shooting foul. There's only 4 team fouls, so they got one more to be in the bonus. That pass. And that is Bledsoe. Bledsoe puts up a shot, no good. And rebounded by Fort. Here comes Ford. 2 minutes left to go, and what a steal by Kendrick. And Kendrick draws the foul, and that will be the 15th foul. So Kendrick is going to go to the line for 2. Kendrick, the 8th grader, is probably going to play somewhere. Can't really say where. There's Shaw, there's Northside. I mean, there's schools near Aaron Cone, but as Kendrick misses the first. This is really just great that we could showcase this middle school talent. As Kendrick makes 1 of 2. It's 21-18. Aaron Cone needs a stop. They need a stop, and they need to try to get the ball back. And they do. What a steal by Johnson. 1:54 left to go. Johnson double teamed, and it's going to go back to Fort. Just about every opportunity Aaron Cone has had to try to cut into this lead, Fort gives it up on a turnover. Fort gets it on a turnover and kind of trying to work that shot clock. Yeah, they're working that shot clock all right. Back over to Allen. I don't think they have a shot clock in middle school basketball. I don't see the shot clock turned on. Back over to Bryant. Allen, McKenzie. Boy, this place is going nuts. They got a foul somewhere. And there's that foul. Kendrick with the foul. That's going to put Ford on the line with a 3-point lead with 1:07 left to go. And to the line is going to be Allen. Misses the first. Welcome back here to Shaw High School. 1:07 left to go. Fort is leading Shaw 21-18. And I just want to say that I wanted to recognize the Aaron Cone head basketball coach, Coach Keisha Lynn. So just want to thank Coach Lynn for all of her hard work, the Fort coach, just everything that they have done this season. Allen to the line, misses it. Rebounded by Kendrick, and Fort ends up coming up with it. And Snipes with the foul, and we will take another timeout. As we would like to thank our sponsors, State Farm, Carroll Purdue, St. Anne Pacelli, Terry Johnson Agency, Master Wall Incorporated, Behringer Construction, PNB Broadcasting, Sports Visions, Double Coverage, the Houston Clinic, and Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Just a reminder, tomorrow, Thrip Behringer and I will be on the campus of Columbus High School for the boys semifinals. The first game at 6 o'clock, Baker taking on Aaron Cone. And then at 7:30, you got Richards taking on Fort. You don't want to miss it. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We will also be at Pacelli and Brookstone, and then Glenwood State Championship game where they will play either Clark Prep or Lee Scott Academy. We don't have a score in that game yet. I'll try to get a score on that game. But, yeah, congratulations to the Glenwood Lady Gators. 4 straight championships, as that is a turnover. Turnover on Fort. Wow, she was wide open underneath the basket. Trinity Jackson, a minute left. It's 21-18. Long baseball pass, and that is going to be caught by Bledsoe. There's Kendrick, and she's got the bucket. It's a 1-point game. Kendrick with 11 points. It's 21-20. Timeout on the floor. 48 seconds left to go. Fort leads Aaron Cone 21-20. We'll be right back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. .48 seconds left to go. Fort leading Aaron Cone 21-20, and that's a steal. Bledsoe with the steal. She's got to stay with the possession, and she double dribbled. A huge turnover for Aaron Cone. Coach Lynn is just trying to tell the officials something, just trying to find out what the call was. 40.7 left to go here in the fourth. Aaron Cone needs a stop. They have done a great job getting turnovers, but that is going to be a foul on Kendrick. That's going to put Fort at the line. They're up 21-20. 37 seconds left to go. The winner will take on Double Churches in the championship Saturday afternoon at Spencer High School. And McKenzie to the line to try to extend this Fort lead. And she misses. .5 seconds left to go in this game. McKenzie makes it. She makes it. It's 22-20. And a steal by Bryant. They got a foul. Aaron Cone has got to foul. That's going to stay right here with Fort. What a huge turnover by Bryant coming in to get it. Yeah, once Kendrick cut it to 1, I mean, that was right there. Aaron Cone had an opportunity, especially after they got the steal. Yeah, big shout out to the Muskogee County Athletic Director, Jeff Battles, in the building. That is going to be another turnover. Or they're going to call a timeout. Timeout on the floor. We'll take 31.3 seconds left to go. Fort leading Aaron Cone 22-20. We'll be right back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. 31.3 seconds left to go. Fort with the ball, up by 2. Bryant. And that was batted away by Kendrick as Aaron Cohn's going to have to foul. They got to foul, put Fort on the line, make it a one-possession game. Almost stolen again. And that is another steal. If they can get the jump ball, the possession arrow goes to Aaron Cohn. What a job getting the jump ball. And now, with 22.7 seconds left to go, down by 2. Johnson going to inbounds it. Right over to Bledsoe. Puts up a shot. Off the glass, no good. That's going to be rebounded. Rebounded by Ford, and she gets fouled on the rebound. But Bledsoe had a 3-point attempt that would have given Aaron Cohn the 1-point lead. And Ford is going to the line to try to ice this game for Ford and to keep their hopes alive of a three-peat, of a middle school championship. Double Churches awaits as they defeated Midland earlier today. Here we go. Ford. And misses the first. It's going to be a one-possession game. Aaron Cohn is going to get the final possession. Whether or not they could tie it with a 3, or she's got to make this one to kind of give Fort some breathing room. She misses on both. It's rebounded by Kendrick. 14 seconds left to go. You got to call a timeout here. Kendrick driving, shot, good! We're tied! 6 seconds, 5. You can't foul here. Traveling violation. Are they going to put time back on the clock? Are they going to put time back on the clock? Otherwise, we're going to overtime. The refs are discussing something. They want to put some time back on the clock. I believe Fort traveled before the clock expired. They got to put time back on this clock. Okay, well, and we are going to overtime. Free basketball here at Shaw High School Middle School semifinals. It's Fort. It's Aaron Cohn. We're knotted up at 22, but wait. They did put 0.1 seconds. No, they're resetting the clock. 0.5. That's enough time for a catch and shoot. So no overtime yet. Aaron Cohn is going to get the basketball for a catch and shoot. Otherwise, this game's going to overtime. Hang on to your hats, folks. We have got a doozy here tonight. As Kendrick is going to inbounds it. Now they're saying 0.7. That actually is enough time to dribble once and then. There you go. Shout out to Art Thomason for setting the record straight. It's 0.7 seconds. It's got to get everything reset. Here we go. And that's not going to get a shot off. We are going to overtime. 22-22. Get ready for free basketball here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'd like to thank our sponsors, State Farm, Carroll Purdue, St. Anne Pacelli, Terry Johnson Agency, Masterwall Incorporated, Behringer Construction, P&B Broadcasting, Sports Visions, Double Coverage, the Houston Clinic, and Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Back with the start of overtime here in the semifinal middle school championship on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back to the campus of Shaw High School. Let's get ready for overtime. It's a 3-minute overtime. It's 22-22. It's Shaw. It's Fort, the two-time middle school champions in Columbus, taking on the Aaron Cone Lady Bulldogs. We're ready for tip-off center court. The official Roman Jones is going to tip it, and that is going to be a jump ball. Boy, they are just a little tussling there. Come on. Got to settle down here. I mean, you know how bad both teams really want this game. I think they're going to go ahead and restart this jump ball. Like, okay, we're going to have a do-over. Winner plays Double Churches Saturday afternoon at Spencer High. Double Churches won the first semifinal game 52-38, led by Gaisa Willis, who's also the double coverage player of the game. Got a double coverage t-shirt. Big shout out to Jerome Bryant, who's actually in the building. Also, athletic director of Muskogee County, Jeff Battles, in the building as well. Carver, lady basketball coach, Anson Hunley, in the building. The Shaw assistant coach, Curtis Crowell, has been working the scoreboard all day. Much love to Coach Correll, and good luck to the Shaw Lady Raiders Friday against Westover. Get ready for free basketball here at Shaw High School. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Let's do this again. And that is going to be tipped and won by Fort McKenzie. Shot up and good by Harmon. That is how Fort starts overtime. Here's Kendrick. And it's stolen. Stolen by Ford. Ford shot up and good. And the quick 4-0 run by the Fort Lady Patriots. And that's going to be a foul on Aaron Cone, and Ford is going to go to the line. So a quick sequence of events, a turnover, and Fort jumps out and takes a 4-0 run here in overtime and lead by 4, and now they lead by 5. Ford has got 9 points. It's 27-22. And that almost stolen, and Bledsoe coming up with a jump ball. Bledsoe and Bryant were fighting for it, and that jump ball is going to stay with Aaron Cone. Well, Aaron Cone has not given up in this game. I mean, they were down, and it seemed like they just could not get on a run, and Fort was able to force some turnovers. But it was Jalen Kendrick with a huge bucket to tie it up at 22. Back over to Johnson, goes out of play, and it's going to go back to the Fort Lady Patriots. Just an incredible effort by both teams to send this to overtime. But it's looking like the start of overtime, Ford has just got something left in the tank. But that is going to be a double dribble on Allen, and Aaron Cone catches a big break. They're down by 5. They need a bucket. They need a big bucket here, and they need to get a stop. There's a shot. Bledsoe, three-pointer, no good. That's a top of the backboard, and it's going to be out of bounds. It's going to go back to Fort. Don't forget, Thrip Aarons and I will be at the campus of Columbus High for the boys middle school semifinal games. Got Baker and Aaron Cone, and then Fort and Richards. All on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. McKenzie, top of the key, stolen by Kendrick. And then Kendrick has just got to maintain her composure. Gives it over to Bledsoe. Bledsoe back over to Snipes for 3. No good. That's going to be rebounded by Pickett. Pickett fires. Smith, no good. Rebounded by Ford. Missed opportunities for Aaron Cone. Inside, all alone is Russ with a big bucket, and that fires up the Fort crowd. It's 29-22. 7-0 run for the Lady Patriots, all in overtime. That's going to be a foul on Fort. How fun would this game be in like 2 or 3 years when Shaw plays Kendrick? If you're basing it off of close proximity to the high school, because Aaron Cohn close to Shaw, Fort close to Kendrick. But this has really been a fun game. And the shot is good by Kendrick. 12 points for the 8th grader, Jalen Kendrick. Expect to see her playing high school ball somewhere next year as a 9th grader. Kendrick, no good, but that was rebounded by Pickett, and that's going to stay right here with Aaron Cohn as it was tipped away by Fort. Aaron Cohn down by 6, 1:28 left to go. They have got to get a bucket, and they've got to get a stop. Getting ready to inbounds, it is Smith. Smith, and that is stolen by Ford. You can't foul here. Ford, you just got to get a stop. You just got to force a turnover. There's a bump, shot, up and good, Jordan Russ. 2 huge buckets. And now it is a 8-point lead for Fort. Timeout on the floor, we'll take one too. 1:16 left to go here in overtime. Fort leading Aaron Cohn 31-23 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. .116 left to go in overtime. Fort leading Aaron Cohn 31-23 in the middle school semifinal championship game. The winner will face Double Churches on Saturday at Spencer High for the middle school championship. Can Fort close this game out with a chance to three-peat, as they are the 2-time defending middle school champions? Incredible game last year on March the 3rd at Columbus State against Rothschild. That's going to be a foul on Ford, and Jalen Kendrick, the leading scorer for Aaron Cohn with 12 points, to the line for 2. Aaron Cohn has had its share of great basketball players here in the Tri-City area, including Central's Jabria Lindsay and Shaw's Tiara Tucker. Right now they are the 2 top scorers in the Bi-City area. Jabria Lindsay almost averages 28 points a game, as Kendrick makes 1 or 2, so you missed that one. It's 31-24. Aaron Cohn needs a stop. They need to force a turnover. They get the trap. Forces Fort to call the timeout. We're going to keep it right here. We would like to thank our sponsors, State Farm, Carroll Purdue, St. Anne Pacelli, Terry Johnson Agency, Master Wall Incorporated, Behringer Construction, P&B Broadcasting, Sports Visions. You know, we had our Georgia Alabama Sports Live show earlier today. Kind of felt like it was an episode of Sports Visions. We had DJ Jones on. DJ Jones, Thrift Behringer. Double coverage. Jerome Bryan is in the house. just a big shout out to Jerome Bryan. He gave up the double coverage T-shirt to Josiah Willis for that 52-38 win. Double Churches over Midland earlier today. So we appreciate everything Jerome Bryan does, covering everything in the Bi-City area. The Houston Clinic, and then Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. I tell you, fans have really come out, and they have definitely seen a show today. It's overtime. Fort has got a 7-point lead. Shaw needs to get, ripped away from Kendrick, and then that's going to be kicked out of bounds by McKenzie. But that's going to go with Aaron Cohn with 51.9 seconds left to go. Down 31-24. They need to get a big bucket here. That was a huge steal by Jalen Kendrick. And, of course, Kendrick is being doubled. Snipes, got to stay with your dribble. Snipes, top of the key, and she double dribbles. So when the defense for Fort guards your top scorer and pretty much doubles him, it's hard to try to get momentum and try to get a shot off. And that was a good turnover by Fort. Now Aaron Cohn's going to have to foul. You got to foul. I think it's too little too late to try to force the turnover. It did work, and now Kendrick has had pretty good length to try to get the turnover. That almost got taken away. Is she going for the jump ball? Yes. She's got the jump ball, but unfortunately it's going to stay with Fort. A good hustle by Kendrick, forcing the jump ball, but with 23.8 seconds left to go. This is a 3-possession game. Bounce pass, inside Allen, puts up a shot, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts up a shot. That is no good, trying to save it. Hitting the ground, and we get, is that gonna be another jump ball? It is. It's gonna go to Aaron Cohn, 14.5 seconds left to go. No, they're gonna call a foul on Aaron Cohn. That's gonna be a foul, and that's gonna send Jordan Russ to the line for 2 to try to ice this game and send Fort to the middle school championship against Double Churches. I'll tell you, when you're facing the 2-time middle school champion, they just know how to close out games, as they are trying to go for the three-peat Saturday afternoon. Russ ends up missing the first. Aaron Cohn is still alive in this game. It's just time is not on their side. And there's a lane violation. Aaron Cohn is going to get the ball back. They need a 3. They need a 3, and they need to start fouling, but they have the length of the court, which means time is going to tick away off this clock here in overtime. Snipes, 12 seconds. You got to get a shot off. Kendrick driving that baseline. Kendrick spin move over to Snipes. 5 seconds, double teamed. Not going to be able to get a shot off. Now we'll do it. The Fort Lady Patriots. Their dream season of three-peating comes alive. They advance to the championship game where they will face Double Churches as they defeat Aaron Cohn 31-24 in overtime. What a great effort by both teams. As Jerome Bryan, he's getting ready to award his T-shirt. The leading scorer for Fort was Tanisha Ford with 9 points. Quinaya McKenzie had 6. Jordan Russ also had 6. Jalen Kendrick, though, for Aaron Cohn, had 13 points. What a valiant effort, and I just had fun calling these games. It was great. We got the boys semifinals coming up tomorrow at Columbus High. Thurip Barrage and I will be on the call. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. I want to thank my producer, Chris Gates. Without his hard work and dedication, none of this would be possible, as he has been working tirelessly of this whole evening, and this really has been a fun evening. We've got Fort double churches in the championship Saturday afternoon at Spencer High. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Once again, the final score. Fort defeats Aaron Cone 31-24 in overtime to advance to the championship. And the double coverage player of the game is Tanisha Ford, as she has been awarded that double coverage T-shirt. Big shout out to Jerome Bryant for all the work that he does. One more time, I want to thank the sponsors before we get out of here. State Farm, Carroll Purdue, St. Ann Pacelli, Terry Johnson Agency, Master Wall Incorporated, Behringer Construction, PMB Broadcasting, Sports Visions, Double Coverage, the Houston Clinic, and Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. This is Richard Holdridge saying good night from Shaw High, where the Fort Lady Patriots advance to the middle school championship, where they will face double churches Saturday afternoon at Spencer High. Have a great rest of your night, everybody, and we'll see you then.